Hi everyone, Tams here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to throw together a very last minute August tea chat because I promised this to you guys, and we're going into the weekend with the hurricane right around the corner. So I wanted to get this filmed and uploaded for you. So apologies if this is a little haphazard, but it's a little fun and it helps me with the stress to try to throw this together and tell you all things that happened in August in terms of my reading life, writing, journaling, and stationery. So let's get started. So we're going to start with reading. I did not read any great novels this month. It was a lot happening, but I did. I wanted to share with you. This has to do with a personal project I have for the coming year, and if it comes to fruition, I will share more about it later. But you may have noticed that I'm sharing a lot of children's or illustrated children's books because the various artists inspire me greatly, and one of my favorite collection of books are the gnome books. So I've always had this one, and here's the information down here. But in August I found out, if you're aware of the gnome books, I didn't realize there was a sequel. So The Secret of Gnomes is the sequel to Gnomes, and I was so excited that I found it. Of course, I found it secondhand, but it is fantastic and it is very inspiring for a project that a personal drawing and illustration project is something I want to challenge myself on in the new year. So I was really excited about that. But I did actually read these. I reread Gnomes, and I read The Secrets of Gnomes, which is a wonderful story to read around Christmas time if you're interested. So I thought I'd share that with you. And if anything comes of my personal project, I will share it with you later on, because it does involve writing and illustration. Okay, in terms of journaling, I did not have any garden journal vlogs for you this month. Number one, I went on vacation for a week. Number two, it has been raining and hot and miserable, and August typically is the month where I lose interest in gardening, and it happened again this year, no exception. And I hope to get back to it if we can get through this hurricane. And I usually get my second wind about mid to late September, so we'll see what happens then. So I do not have any garden or any interesting garden vlogs or anything like that to share with you. I mostly just spend Saturday mornings cleaning up the back part of my yard. It takes about 30 or 45 minutes. Not interesting at all. Okay, in terms of letter writing, the best laid plans. I'm so sorry. I had chatted with a few of you guys about doing a video that goes into a little more detail about starting your own letter writing club, and I wanted to capture this month's Tampa letter writing club because I was leading the topic on that. It was supposed to be scheduled for August the 31st, and we had to cancel that this coming weekend because we just don't know what the hurricane's going to do. It's too much uncertainty right now, and people need to spend time preparing and being with their families and that sort of thing. So we canceled it, but I thought I would share with you, this is the second year in a row where our topic has been Austin in August. Now, this is a theme that's very popular in the reading and book world. A lot of people during the month of August read a book by Jane Austen. But what we do is we celebrate Jane Austen's love of letter writing. And so there's always someone new coming to the meetup. So we share things like how she folded letters. We do wax seals. I have a bunch of Jane Austen postcards, and we just have a little bit of fun with that. And that was our plan for August. And I did make some kits. I'll see if I can insert a little photo or something of the materials that we were planning to use. in here, but that should give you an idea of something that you could do. You don't have to do it in August. You could do it in any month, maybe April if you wanted to, but I thought that might give you an idea of what to put on your calendar. I plan ahead for Tampa Letter Writers, so I typically know what our monthly theme is going to be about 6 months out. It makes life very manageable, if you will, if you are doing something like this. Okay, I did want to thank you guys once again for all your input on my video content. You know, I was trying out a few things. I had asked for your feedback, and you have been most gracious and allowed me to play around with some content, and you've given me some wonderful feedback. I think one of the most surprising video topics was the owl post video I did last weekend. So many people were interested in that, and at the end of that video I did unbox a few owl post themed items, and I wanted to tell you, if you stay to the end of this video, I'm still on the owl post kick, and I have another little small unboxing I'll share with you if you stay till the end. I also shared with you a tour of my letter writing desk. I hope that was informative. I had done a video several years ago, but there had been a lot of changes, and I'll link that here somewhere so that you can, if you missed out on that, please check it out. And I shared a little more information about the studio here that you can see in the background, which is currently quite a bit of a mess, but you know, it is what it is. It's a working studio. How about that? I tell people that my garden is a working garden and my studio is a working studio. So you just can't have it all perfect all the time, especially when you only have 15 or 20 minutes once or twice a week to pop in and maybe just create something and release those creative juices. So thank you once again for all your feedback on my videos and all the things that I tried. I really appreciate it. You guys were great. Going into September, I will probably not be able to publish as many videos as I was able to in the summer, mainly because in the summer I did have some time off and I was able to get quite a bit of video footage ahead of time and get it edited so that I could just schedule it out and upload it, and I haven't been quite that organized for September. So what I might be able to do, and it totally depends on this hurricane and whether or not we have power, or, you know, Lord knows what in the world we might have to deal with in the next week. But if I do get any time, I will probably throw together one of these haphazard T-chat videos, because a lot of you like these and you seem to like me just sharing some tips and tricks and what's happening in my world of reading and writing and journaling and things like that. So I'll be happy to throw together something like this. It does not take very long, so we'll see if I can pull that off and do, you know, one or two of those during the month of September. But for the most part, I'll probably be off the grid. September is going to be quite busy according to my calendar. So I do hope during the month of September, if I can be organized, we will see. I do hope to capture some footage or do some planning ahead of time so that I can give you a few more videos in October, because I know that several of you would like to know more about when I do go to Universal Studios and I mail off the owl post. So we'll see what I can do with that, maybe a vlog or something. And I know a lot of you love my Halloween decor. I've got tons of videos where I've shared it over the years, and it's probably going to be very similar. I usually turn my letter writing desk into a witchy workstation, but you know, if you're interested in that, maybe I can share a little bit about that during the month of October. So we'll see what I can pull together just by having a little more time to prepare and plan for that. And with that, I'm going to end this with a little owl post, if you will. I mentioned in the owl post video that I have been trying to avoid the pin, P-I-N, craze that is happening mostly in the Disney circles. I'm not sure why I'm falling down that rabbit hole. I do find that a lot of people that enjoy stationery and letter writing and mail and things like that are also collecting enamel pins, and they are also a great way for artists to share some of their work, and they're quite affordable. The Disney pins can be a little expensive, so I'm staying away from that, but the non-Disney pins, I am finding them on Etsy for about, $7. So very affordable. It's a collection that can be small. A lot of people share those or display those on a little corkboard. I put a lot of my pens, I like to put them on pencil pouches and things like that. But I'm gonna, at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you something that I made that is Alpo's theme and how I am going to display my little Hedwig pen collection that I've got going. So let me show you my most recent pen. This is from the Etsy Blackfish Bookery. And again, yeah, there's a theme of books and reading and pens. So they did send me a little bookmark, which is super cute. But here's my latest Hedwig pen from them. Let me see if I can get this up close. So Hedwig is carrying a parcel that says Books Magic for Muggles. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's my most recent acquisition. I always save this to the end because I know this is not everyone's cup of tea, but some of you are like me and you're going down this rabbit hole. I don't know what is happening. So if you are and you happen to collect Harry Potter pens, let me know in the comments below. But now I'm going to put this on my handmade pen board, and I'm going to show you what I've come up with, because I'm trying not to spend a whole lot of money on this. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm going to indulge in this during the month of September and October for my Alpo's project, and I'm not going to get too concerned about it, but at the same time I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on things, so we'll see what happens. So let me show you how I've got this displayed. Alright, so I have taken an old push pin board that I already had from God knows when. It was pink, and I have wrapped it to look like a piece of Alpost packaging. Let me see. So I've got the Ministry of Magic wax seal here that I shared in the Alpost video. I've got a little twine here, and then I am placing the pins on here as they come in. Let me show you that. And I'm going to put it on my wall in my studio, and I'm just going to have a good time with it during the month of September and October. And if I only get about a half a dozen pins, so be it. It would have been fun. So, all right, so that's it for this month. Going into September, like I said, I may not be able, most likely, I'm just going to tell you now, I'm probably not going to be able to publish too much content, maybe just a tea chat a couple of times during the month, and I'll check in with you, and then I'll be preparing for more content in October. So thank you so much for joining me this summer, and thank you for all your feedback. I have taken it into consideration, and hopefully you see that in the different videos that I make. Thanks a lot, guys.